Hey guys, so today we are back in my kitchen for another dye video. I hope that you guys never get tired of these, but like, if you do, let me know. So, here's the thing. I didn't know what I was going to do for this week's video originally, but then something I had said in last week's video really stuck with me and kind of bothered me. And we were talking about how in Facebook groups, on Instagram pictures, people will say, you know, what color do I need to dye my doll in order to get this color that I want? Or, you know, I dyed my doll this color, it did not come out the way it was supposed to, especially with darker colors like brown, black. Like someone had told me, you know, that when I did Poppy and she had that like green and purple hair, that I should have done a blue wash on her orange first. And they're quite possibly right. Like, that was something I didn't think about. So after it had already come out green and purple, I did an orange wash and it came out perfectly light brown, like the exact shade of honey brown that I wanted. But had I done a blue wash first, would it have been easier to get that? I don't know. So sometimes it's just a case of like, I don't always think about what I want to do before I do it and like put a better plan in order because I'm like excited and I get in a rush. Other times, no, it's still the same thing. I'm dumb. Okay, so to talk about some of the dolls where I feel like I really messed up on them, I guess the first one would be that I had done a crystal, and I really wanted her to be like almost like a burgundy color or like a really dark fuchsia color on top of her hair. And like, I don't know, like if I just didn't leave it in long enough the first time, but it didn't come out right at all. It just kind of came out dark purple. So I tried being like, okay, well, I'm just gonna, you know, do a boil method, do brown over it, even possibly dye more. You know what happened? Nothing. Her hair just came out like a plum purple. So, I don't know, fuchsia and brown over blue and purple just made dark purple. However, the next one I got, so I ended up selling her because she wasn't what I wanted. Got another one, tried again, this time with just the fuchsia, boiled it, left it in much longer, and actually got the kind of cherry fuchsia-y whatever color it was that I wanted. Love it, of course. But you know what always bothered me is that Crystal's hair, and it's a lovely blend of like blue and purple, which really is what indigo is, but I always feel like she's got too much purple. Purple in her clothes, purple in everything. So I found this indigo Rit dye, and if you look, like, they're pretty close. This is a lot more blue, and I might even mix some royal blue in with it, but I want to see if it changes Crystal to almost a perfect blue versus any of the purple. And then one of the other ones that really, for me, sorry, I gotta mark these off my hand because I wrote them down because I couldn't remember. So I had done a Jade, and she was supposed to have teal hair. Her hair did not come out teal, it just came out dark green. And any chance I had it fixing that just made it even darker green. Ended up selling her, never really redid her because I did Mermaid Jade and ended up falling in love and was like, all right, I'll call it a day. Who else? Poppy. Not that long ago I did a Poppy doll. I wanted her hair pink for whatever reason. Space brain. I boiled her instead of even attempting to do the sync method. She came out way too dark. Sold her to somebody who loved the color. She made him, you know, very happy, but she just wasn't for me. I do plan on possibly doing a more like light to medium pink Poppy in the future, but she's not on my list today. I had done a Skylar with black hair, and it's really before I started doing a lot of the boil method. Her hair really didn't come out as black as I wanted it. So yeah, sometimes when I mess up, it's just really because I didn't think ahead, didn't plan, used the wrong method because I wasn't thinking, you know, just... And the Cheer Violet that I did not that long ago, I think I showed in the last video, her hair was like a bright fuchsia, but it wasn't because that's what I wanted. I should have done the sync method, didn't think about it because I wanted it like a more pink tone, and it came out like almost red. And I ended up correcting it. Like, I ended up dipping her in a royal blue and got like the perfect shade of purple. Now, this only bothered me because I had originally tried to do Cheer Ruby Purple. Sorry, you get to see my cool Sora pin. And originally I put purple over her, well, I put wine over her hair because I wanted to see if burgundy. Didn't love it. Tried to add purple, used the boil method. It came out way too dark. Sold her to somebody who loved the color that it turned out, even though it wasn't for me. And then I bought a second sheer ruby, tried with just the purple, no, wine first, thinking that that was what made it too dark. And it came out even darker. Even though I didn't boil it nearly as long and I went straight purple, it came out almost like dark brownish black. Did not love it. I ended up cutting her hair off and wigging her, but it's not that I don't love her, because that wig was expensive, I guess. Like, it was like 20 something dollars. It's as much as $1 pretty much. So like not really expensive, but like when I could have been buying a doll with that money, it seems expensive. But yeah, so it came out and it like just wasn't perfect. But because I had done that sheer violet with her fuchsia hair with the royal blue and got the purple, it made me think, what if I just did sheer ruby's hair with the blue to see if that would get the purple that I wanted? Which, I mean, duh, red and blue make purple, so this should work in theory. Guess who I got? Another, maybe I should be modest, another sheer ruby, and we're gonna do her with the royal blue. I also have this Skylar, who I really love. I mean, I did her like lighter colors, a more medium blue with the what is it called, Manic Panic. But I am going to add some royal blue on the top of her hair because I'd really like to take her even darker than her hair already is. So I really love the Stella that I have that is brown, but I ended up switching one of my Stella's eyes, the ones that I kept with her pink hair, with Bella, I think. She has Bella's eyes. They're purple. They're really, really pretty. And it made me wonder, what would Stella look like if she had purple hair? So, got a Stella. I've got this really lovely blue called Hyacinth from Rit. I've never used it before. No idea what the outcome's going to be. We're going to try it with Stella. If it doesn't make the color purple I want, I may go with the royal blue. And then, because I'm doing Crystal Indigo, I might as well do Violet. So I'm also going to be dyeing a couple of things of clothes, just some really random stuff. So I guess that's a long enough introduction. Let's get to dyeing. So I went ahead and decided to go ahead and try Skylar in the sink as well. You can tell with Ruby, like, it's getting darker, but it's still not really purple. I might just go ahead and move on to the boil method for these two. Okay, so it's hard to tell right now, but Skylar's hair came out gorgeous with the royal blue. It still looks really dark right now, but admittedly, like, when I move it to the sunlight, you can see somewhat, okay, in person you can see more of the purple. In video it still just looks black. Okay. So this is unexpected. The Hyacinth in person looks like a very pale blue, almost a periwinkle on the bottle. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is purple. Okay, so I did the sink method with the Hyacinth color with Stella, and it's like, I mean, it's still hard to tell right now because it's wet, but like in person, it's such a beautiful orchid color. So I decided with Violet, I was just going to go ahead, use the Violet dye, and skip straight to the boil wash on like a lower heat, and it's actually coming out a really cool shade. Yeah, it just looks black on camera. In person, it really does look a darker blue, and Stella's hair really does look a darker purple than like it's regular purple. It just doesn't pick up well on camera. Okay, final results, and which techniques I used on who. So first of all, just because she turned out really cute, I want to show off her outfit because you guys haven't seen it before. So my black hair to Maya still had some of that like icky green that we discussed in the last video. So I dunked her in some blue, and now it's just all black. There's like a little blue tint, but it's not like greasy green looking like it was. So I gave her like this little black outfit. The dress didn't come out as black as I wanted it. I may re-dye it some other time because it's just really gray, but it is pretty cute. So alright, so I ended up doing, I tried the sink method, ended up going with the boil dye method in royal blue for Skylar. And honestly, like, it just came out really even all over. I mean, there's like some streaks that are still wet, so they look a little darker, but like it's just really pretty glowing blue. And the royal blue is really something I've just recently started seeing like my Walmart and Michael's carry. But of course you can get it on like the RIT website, places like Joann's, maybe even Hobby Lobby, because I know they had more colors than a lot of the other stores did. But yeah, so boil dye, royal blue. And I was really surprised because I was like, I don't know if it's going to take evenly on the sections where I had gone over it with Manic Panic, but it still turned out really good, so like not even mad. Next up, so I just went straight boiled dye with this one, but I didn't leave it in very long. I wanted to use the Violet RIT dye, which I did get at Joann's, and I decided to do that with Violet. So here's a Violet Violet. Which is weird, because like I said in the last video, technically, the internet's definition of violet is what her hair, closer to what her hair was. But like, when I think violet, like this is the color I think of. So, as you can tell, like there are multicolored streaks because her hair was multiple colors. So, I think she turned out really cute, like I said. And then the dress is Poppy's orange dress. So I did that violet, and the little socks are actually Bella's pantyhose. I actually just clipped them off, sewed the top half to make bike shorts, sewed the bottom half to make like little knee-high socks. So that's what that is. Alright, and I'll compare these two in a second as well, just so you can see that they are kind of, they're pretty different. So this is Sync Method only, and it's like the hyacinth color, which is really, really orchid-y in person. And I did violet, is it violet screwed or not? Yeah. And then the coat, this coat does not take dye for anything, but it did come out like a really pretty color. So like it goes cute with her shoes because it's the two colors of Violet's shoes. And oh, she has Ruby's eyes. So the two together are surprisingly pretty different. I mean, but that's because they started off a different blend. Otherwise, I'd say that they're close enough that the real difference is really just that, like, the hyacinth is a bit more pink than the violet is. But they look really cute together. Oh, and she has Crystal's eyes, in case you guys didn't notice. Alright. So, of course, with Crystal, I really wanted to go more of the blue side of indigo versus like the purple side of indigo that she was. Just because like with Crystal's hair being so dark, it can be really hard to get like good coverage or even coverage. When I did the fuchsia, it took quite a while. So here she is with the royal blue. And of course these are Violet's clothes that have just been dyed, including her shoes, to be like a little more blue. And then she has Stella's eyes. So, but her hair is very blue, like the purple is pretty much all gone. So I really like that because I do feel like she'll look very different than my other crystals. Alright, and then, last but probably still least. Alright, so you guys know, I've tried so hard to get a purple ruby. Every time I've tried with sheer ruby, her hair has been way, way, way too dark. I tried burgundy dye, it was too light. I tried purple dye, it was almost black. So this time I tried the blue method over red. I did miss a couple of spots, so I'm gonna have to go back over it like at a later time and date because I forgot that her hair was sewn, so it had the little red threads in it. So like where those threads were, like really it didn't dye under there. But here she is, and like I know it's hard to tell, like you can see some red still in her hair, but it did turn purple. It's a very, very like a dark grape, but there are still chunks of it that turned like full on black. So it is a purple and black mix. She's got Violet's eyes. I'm gonna take the cheer sticker off. I still really don't know if I love her because the purple is still darker than what I wanted. I mean, I've got the wigged version. That's cool too. I don't love her as much as I should. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna go over this girl's hair, which will probably make it super, super dark again. I don't know if I'm just gonna keep her as like an experimental doll. Maybe I'll try the dye remover again, take it back to red, see if I can cover it with like a super dark pink or a super dark orange, or literally anything else that would go over red, because the purple, I don't know, like maybe I should have tried the violet color. I don't know. Whatever it is, whatever is going on with Ruby's base hair, it is so dark. It's just not working out for me. But I know what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to buy another Cheer Ruby because this is like the third one. Technically my fourth because I have my stock one. But this is like the third one I've tried to dye, and like it's not working. So I'm not going to buy another one. There's still a Poppy I want to dye. I still want to dye another Kaya. So yeah. And I still need to finish my Barbie extras and my OMGs because I have 2 left of each of those collections. So yeah, like that's what we came out with. Like I'm pretty happy with it. I loved Violet, Stella, and Crystal. I'm definitely keeping them. I mean, Skylar and Amaya were already in my personal collection. They're staying as well. Ruby, it is what it is. Alright, I will see you guys next week.